All right, my dears, today I thought we would do a really grounding, stabilizing practice focused on meditation and pranayama, and really allowing ourselves to be with whatever is true for us right now, whatever emotions are percolating, whatever physical sensations are percolating, whatever mental fluctuations are percolating for us. Without trying to change the narrative, without trying to invest deeply in the narrative, but coming into more of a sensation of the absolute resilience and ability we have to hold the gamut of life, the gamut of emotions, the gamut of lived experience and thoughts, all of it. So we'll come to a comfortable seat. I'm going to grab my cushion. And allow yourself today to really, truly be with what is comfortable. So we'll position ourselves in a way that we're not too worried about our bodies. So that might mean that you go sit up against a wall. If your body is hurting, maybe you lean against the wall. Maybe you bolster yourself in a way that feels very almost luxurious, so that we can actually feel into comfort for a moment. And we all have different lived experience in a seated position. For some of us, that's really easeful. For others, it's wildly uncomfortable. Most of us, it's somewhere in between. And so, even if this isn't the most comfortable thing you've ever done, can you make it more comfortable so that our physical body isn't distracting us? So, I'll give us a few moments to do that, to position in a way that feels like we could stay for a long time. And again, for most of us, stillness is not the most accessible state of being. So we'll just begin to do very small, subtle movement, which can look like rocking back and forth, side to side. But I highly suggest that it's a small movement. So Em and Christian in the baby shower yesterday, at one point they had put our dog Bernie in a sling, and he loved it. And Christian and Em both said that the instinct they had once Bernie was in the sling was to rock and pat. And this brings me back to a grounding and centering technique I learned from Resmaa Menakem, who wrote My Grandmother's Hands, that it is very intuitive for us as a species to settle our bodies by rocking and patting. And so maybe it's your belly that you place your hand. That feels really good to me today. Usually I move to my heart, but maybe it's your belly. And as you rock here, you just very gently pat. And allow yourselves to get into a rhythm where you're rocking and you're patting, but it feels natural, not forced. The other thing I'd love to bring forward is that it takes time. Things take as long as they take for us to settle, come into our own rhythm. The other part of this technique, the last step, is to hum And we can hum lowly to ourselves. You know, it doesn't have to be a tune. It can be just a mostly internal humming. Continue to subtly rock, pat, and hum until you feel your nervous system really settling. And when you do, you'll come to stillness and more silence. It takes as long as it takes. As you do, you might join your thumbs, your fingers together, thumbs pointing up on your lap, hands without tension, connecting where they connect. And just notice the quality of the breath, texture, the temperature, the rhythm of your natural breath. Feel the parts of our body that are connected to land, land of the Coast Salish people. And our parts of our body that are connected to air and universe. And the God of our own understanding. Our own unique star. Our life's journey and path. We'll drop our awareness right into the center of our chest, the heart chakra, anahata, which translates to unstruck, space of love and compassion and empathy. a moment, bring into your awareness the connections you have of love with people, with pets, with community. With the God of your own understanding. Allow the sensation of all the connections and love and support you have in your life to fortify you, to strengthen you. Now allow space for your grief and loss. Things in your life that have been disappointing. Times when you felt utterly alone. Know that you are resilient and fortified and strong enough to hold both. Your grief, which is very real, and your connection and love, which is very real. Back to the quality of your breath. Now bring to mind a beach. Favorite beach, maybe one you've been to, maybe one you frequent often. Imagine a hermit crab scampering along the beach. Imagine a hermit crab without its shell, searching for the perfect home, to feel safe and secure, fortified. Imagine that soft, vulnerable crab finding its perfect shell, the perfect fit, the perfect home, sense of protection. Feel into your own life how we have built around us a system of protection so that we feel safe and secure. Imagine that crab outgrowing the shell. And after a period of relative safety, being vulnerable enough to lay down that shell and find a new one. how uncomfortable it might be between shells. And the courage it takes to release what no longer serves, what at one time felt like safety and protection, at one time was very useful, but now we have outgrown. The habits that we have developed, the techniques to keep us safe. At some point, we outgrow. And there's an exquisite period of vulnerability before we form our new life, our new home, our new sense of belonging. My invitation is to feel into your vulnerability. And your willingness or unwillingness to let go of what you have outgrown. Imagine that hermit crab again, finding a huge, luxurious shell. One that he could grow into. One with space enough to feel both protection and vulnerability. Both stability and room to grow. Imagine that it is the courage to be truly soft, vulnerable, that allows you to grow into what at one point would have seemed like too luxurious, too much. And then just come back to the breath. Notice sensation, emotion, and mental fluctuation. Just breathe. Each one of our chakras has a sound, a seed sound, beginning at the root, rising all the way up through the third eye. And the crown is silence, that which is beyond sound. These seed sounds are known as bija mantra. We will begin with the root. If you want to join in, you can, or you can just feel the energy rise from root to crown. Bum, ram, yum, hum, om, ram, 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 yum, hum, om. Slowly bring our hands to our lap and just rub or touch your legs. Flutter the eyes open. Do a few neck rolls. And then come onto our backs, on our mats, coming onto our backs. As we come onto our backs, draw the knees into the chest. Do a few knee circles one direction and a few the other. And then twisting to the right, twisting to the right. And so you might have a block between your knees. You might have a bolster between your knees. See what works. Just notice the parts of your body that feel at ease in this twist, if any, and the parts that feel stiff, stuck, sore, allowing all that to be true. Notice your breath. Our knees come back to center. We'll do a few knee circles one direction and a few the other. And the knees go down to the left. Notice what you feel on this side. It might be quite different. So our muscles get tight and stiff on a physical level. They also hold our lived experience, including trauma and grief. So knowing it is both physical and physiological, where we hold tension. We'll come back to center when you're ready. And again, knees draw in, few knee circles one direction, and a few the other. And then our right leg goes up to the sky, and our left foot will be on the floor. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Draw your belly in, curl head, neck, and shoulders up. And then lower the right leg. Lift it back up, curl up. Lower the leg. Lift it back up, curl up. Lower the leg. Lift it back up, curl up. Lower. Lift and curl up. One more, lower. Lift and curl up. Place that foot down. Left leg goes up. Inhale here. Lower the leg. Lift it back up, curl up. Lower the leg. Lift and 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 curl up. Now both legs up. Lower both legs. Lift and curl up. Exhale. Inhale, lower. Lift and curl up. 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 Now, lower. Open the legs out wide. Bring the heels together. Lift the legs up. Curl up. Point the toes. Lower. Open. Heels together. Legs up. Curl up. Point the toes. Lower. Open. Heels together. Lift, curl up, point the toes, lower. Open. Heels together. Lift and curl up, and bring your head down, bring your feet down. Place your hands to your belly. And breathe and just notice what is there. Is there physical sensation? Is there thought or emotion? And then begin to windshield wiper the legs side to side. At first, just allow your hips and knees to move to their full range. Then come back to center and really strongly draw the belly in, feel the low back anchor to the floor, and then windshield wiper the legs. And it's probably a lot less of a movement. Keep your hips and low back anchored. See if you can start to tune in and tap into the front of the hips, deep to the abdominals, iliopsoas. Great, and then come back to center, right leg lifts again. We'll start with small circles. Now, left knee can be bent or you can straighten the leg. See what feels useful in your body. Try to keep some anchor to the low back. So when I really think about that, I've got to bend my knee some. Keep drawing the belly in and then medium circles. Could you imagine your belly helps to orchestrate this movement by really drawing it in? And then large circles. And large circles the other direction. Most of us will feel our hip flexor here. Can we draw the belly in enough to begin to have awareness of the floor? Medium circles. Small circles. And then half happy baby with that right leg. Keep the right leg in half happy baby. Lift your left leg up, point the toes, flex the foot, reach up, touch your toes. And then keep the head up, but lower the leg arm overhead. And touch the toes. And lower arm overhead. Touch the toes. Lower. Touch the toes. One more. Lower. Touch the toes. Head comes down. Left leg comes on the floor. Stretch the left arm up overhead and the left leg long if you can. Do you feel the front of your left hip? Draw your belly in. Release that side. Left leg goes up, point the toes. You might have your right knee bent some. Small circles with the left leg. And then medium circles. And then large circles. Large circles the other direction. Drawing the belly in. Medium circles. Small circles. Half happy baby. Curl head, neck, and shoulders up. Lift your right foot up. Touch your toes. Keep your head up. Lower the leg arm overhead. Touch the toes. Lengthen. Touch the toes. Lengthen. Touch the toes. One more. And then lengthen the leg all right The hip flexors are open. Both legs straight, both arms up overhead, stretch long. Lift your legs, touch your toes, curl up. Lengthen, arms overhead, keep your head up, touch your toes. Lengthen, arms overhead, touch your toes. 3 more. Full happy baby. Notice if you're anything like me, your jaw might have tensed up, or you might have felt tension somewhere else in your body. Breathe, notice. Really turn your toes out. You might look like a frog that fell over onto its back. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Inhale here. Elbows and knees come toward each other. Lengthen away. Gather it up. Lengthen away. Exhale, belly in, gather up. Lengthen. Gather. Lengthen. Gather. Lengthen. Gather. Lengthen. Gather. 5 more. And then happy baby pose. What happens if you turn your feet parallel? We'll come over onto hands and knees. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Stay for an inhale in cat. Come back to cow. And that way a few more times. Downward facing dog when you're ready. 5 breaths. We'll walk our hands and feet together. Halfway lift, big inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Rise all the way up, inhale. Palms right at the heart. Arms reach up, inhale. Lean to your right. Few breaths here. Root through the left outer foot. Arms up, inhale. Lean to the left. Root through that right arm. Arms reach up. Interlace the fingers behind your head. Wiggle your shoulders down. Draw your belly in. Start to push your head to your hands. Bend your knees a tiny bit and start to lift the heart up. Then reach the arms kind of behind you. Pointer fingers might be up, rest of the fingers might be interlaced. Breathe in. Pull forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Plank pose. Breathe. Hold. Right side, side plank. Plank pose. Hold. Left side, side plank. Plank. Downward facing dog. Look forward, walk your hands and feet together. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Lean left. Inhale up. Lean right. Reach up and behind you. Maybe fingers touch. Maybe they interlace. Could your ears stay by your triceps? Lift the heart. Back bend, not neck bend. Inhale. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Plank. Left side, side plank. Plank. Right side. Plank. Down dog. Walk or hop to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up. Palms gather at your heart. Inhale, arms up. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Roll through cobra or up dog. Down dog. Walk or hop to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Palms to the heart. Arms up, inhale. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Cobra or up dog. Down dog. Walk or hop to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Palms to the heart. Arms up. Fold forward. Long spine. Chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Cobra or up. Down dog. Walk or hop. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Palms to the heart. Arms up. Fold forward. Long spine. Chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Cobra or up. Down dog. Walk or hop. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise up. Arms to the heart. Right leg lifts. Stay with the bent knee or straighten the leg out in front. Arms reach up overhead. You might interlace your fingers, pointer fingers up. Warrior 3. Crescent lunge. Lift your heart. Draw your ribs and belly in. Up your tail slightly. Inhale. Plank. Right side, side, side. Plank. Chaturanga. Down dog. Walker, hop forward. Halfway lift. Forward. Rise. Palms to the heart. Left knee lift. Right, stay with the bent knee or straighten the leg out front. Arms up, interlace the fingers, point your fingers up. Warrior 3. Crescent lift. Plank to left side, side plank. Plank. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Down dog. Walker hop. Halfway lift. Pull forward. Rise. Palms. Right knee lifts. Keep the knee bent. Take it out to the right. Tree pose. Arms up. Arms out to either side. Lift that right knee up. Half moon. Warrior 2. Straighten that left leg. Triangle. Bend your front knee. Frame your front foot. Side plank on the right, Vashisthasana. Plank. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Down dog. Walk or hop. Halfway lift. Hold. Rise up. Palms to your feet. Left knee lifts. Keep the knee bent. Open it to the left. Tree. Arms reach out. Arms out to either side. Lift the knee up, keep it to the left half knee. Warrior two. Triangle pose. Frame the front foot, and that front. Side plank on the left. Plank. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Down dog. Walker hop. Halfway lift. Pull. Rise up. Palms to your heart. Bend your right knee, but have your heels come behind you. Where you might stay, or you might reach back for that foot with your right hand. Kick the foot to the hand. Dancer. Release. Reach that right knee back up, arms up overhead. Maybe you straighten the leg. Warrior three. Crescent lunge. Warrior two. Exalted warrior. Bend that front knee. Side angle. Half bind. Maybe full bind. Bird of paradise. Half binds can come too. Just reach for underneath your knee. Grab your thigh. Find your root, and then you might straighten the left leg. You might keep the knee bent. Place that left foot down. Keep whatever body you have. Not so the right leg goes back and up. Warrior two. Straighten that left leg. Triangle. front knee, frame the front foot, side plank on the right. Plank. Chaturanga. Cobra or up. Down dog. Walker. Halfway lift. Pull. Eyes. Arms to the left heel comes towards your butt. Or you might stay. You might reach for the foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Yes. Left knee up. You might stay or straighten the leg. Warrior 3. Crescent lunge. Warrior 2. Exalted warrior. Bend your front knee. Side angle. Half or full body. Bird of paradise with the half or full body. Right foot comes down. Left leg lifts, bound, half. Warrior 2. Triangle. Frame the front foot in. Side plank on the left. Plank. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Down dog or sit back on your heels. Left leg lifts. Left foot steps forward, right knee comes down, low lunge. Left forearm rests on the left thigh. Right arm reaches for the left side of the head. We'll lean into our hand. Open opening that right side body. And then begin to slowly bring your weight forward. Listen, we're going to come up, pivot our right toes back. So it's like we're in warrior two with the back knee down. So pivot those right toes behind you, exactly. No, a little weird. So we're coming to side angle with the back knee down. Grab your own head and really lean and start to spin the heart up. Feel that opening in the right side body. Great, then come up and straighten this left leg and turn the toes to face that long edge of the mat. Gate pose. So here we're reaching maybe for our thigh, maybe for our shin. Right arm comes over. Maybe it helps to grab your head. And then come back up. Place your right hand underneath your shoulder, down on the ground. Left arm lifts up. Left leg lifts up. Bend the left knee. See if you can reach back. Grab hold of the foot. Kick the foot into it. If you can get it, you might grab the ankle and flex the foot, bring it more into a quad stretch. Release the leg. And then place your left hand down. Keep your left leg lifted, right arm reaches forward. Bend the left knee, see if you can reach back with the right hand for the foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Open the heart. Release. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Right foot steps forward. Left knee goes down. Low lunge. Right forearm rests on right thigh. Left hand reaches the right side of the thigh. Lean to the right and breathe into that left side. Release the head. We're just pivoting the toes to open the hips. It's like a modified warrior two. Right forearm stays on the right thigh. Stretching the side body just in a little different way. Might grab your back to center. Straighten the right leg out and have the toes point forward to the long edge of the mat. Right hand might go to the shin, the knee. Left arm reaches or grabs the head. 3 different ways to stretch these muscles on the left. Left hand comes underneath the left shoulder. Right leg lifts. Right arm lifts. Right knee bends. Right hand reaches back for the foot or the ankle. Kick and open heart. Release. Place the right hand down, keep the right leg up, lift the left arm forward. And the right knee reach back for the right foot with the left hand. Pick the foot into the hand, step up. Release. Down dog. Leg lift. Pigeon pose. So if pigeon is not where you're at today, bend the needle to feet. Stay upright for a moment. Kind of try to shimmy our weight side to side. Maybe you come onto a block or forearms. Continuing to think about drawing the left hip back. You'll come up. You might stay just like this. Or you might bend that right knee, reach back with the right hand. Kick the foot into the hand. So this might be your mermaid pose. You're opening your hips a little. Some folks like to reach the left arm up, overhead, interlace the fingers, the foot, and the crook of the elbow. Hunty might more king pigeon, so squaring the hips forward if that feels right for you. So either way. Open mermaid pose or hips squared forward for king pigeon. Release. Back to down dog, your own way. Right leg lifts. Pigeon. Drawing our right hip back, giving our weight back. Stay upright and wiggle side to side a little. Hang on to forearms or a block. Up, might stay or bend that back knee. So you might open it into more of a mermaid pose, or you could reach back with one or both hands, square the hips, working pigeon. Release the foot, and can you just swing that leg around front? Bring the soles of the feet together. You can kind of feel into how close the feet are to you or how far away. You know, what feels right. And then holding onto your ankles or your shins, just lifting up. Could you squeeze your shoulder blades together? And as you squeeze your shoulder blades together, could you place your hands or your wrists on your knees and start to hinge forward a tiny bit? So we're kind of using the resistance against our knees to still have that feeling of the shoulder blades coming together and the heart forward. So you might not go down very far, and it would still be a deeper place than if you let the back round. So whatever that looks like in your body, we're very different here, I suppose. Notice where you are in this pose. Has anything softened? Come up, come down onto our backs. Again, the knees draw into the chest. So a few little knee circles one direction, and a few the other. And then we'll twist to the right, perhaps with a block or a bolster or pillow between our knees. Just kind of see how this feels now at the end. Back to center, my dears. A few circles one direction, a few the other. Then twist to the left. Back to center, my dears. And then the invitation, should you choose to accept it, is to really find support. So legs up the wall. Like, allowing your breath just to be natural and effortless. If your mind wanders here or gets in any loop, just imagine that this pose can help you find ease and settle your nervous system. Just remember that and come back to the breath. So in this position, feel your body's connection to earth. Parts that are grounded and stable and held by Mother Earth. parts that are connected to air, to universe, to sky. At once, both held and steady, the arms of Mother Earth, and absolutely free to connect to the universe and our own individual wisdom and understanding, to our own vision of divinity. Once more, allow your awareness to drop right into the center of your chest. Untitled Chapter, a space of limitless love, empathy, compassion, forgiveness, and grief, and loss. Feel your resilience to hold it all. When you're ready, finding a seated pose again. No rush. Draw our palms to our heart in any way that feels comforting. Then we continue to dig in and do the work of holding both light and shadow, both joy and sorrow, both absolute healing and absolute devastation. We hold space for all. We find our fortification, our resilience. In our small way, we start to create more awareness of peace and acceptance. And in that way, we can show up better in the world. In that spirit of peace, we say Shanti, Shalom, Salam, Amani, Malukia, Irini, Shiakan, Jam, Hache, the spirit of many, many, many different paths to the truth. We say Ashe, Amin, Amen, blessed, Kapu Aloha, in the catch, Satnam, Namaste, Takuyasan, Bhakti. Thank you so much for joining us.